Okay, everybody. Sorry, it's about 7 o'clock right now as I'm recording this, so I'm just going to go real quick. We got Jimmy Havoc versus Darby Allin tonight. Private Party versus the Bucks. Moxley versus Spears. Kushida versus Walter. Swerve Scott versus Roddy. And Drew versus Leo. I'm not going to unpack these matches. I'm not going to analyze them. I'm just going to look at structure-wise what I'd like to see in these shows. Are they going to draw back and explain on NXT what went wrong with, or not what went wrong, what would happen with Riddle? Is he going to get another title shot? Is Ciampa thrown right in the mix? Is Finn thrown right in the mix? Is Riddle forgotten about? What's going on with the Street Profits? All these different things. We have endless possibilities. Then I look over at AEW, and are they going to explain why Guevara, Jericho, and all those guys are together, and Jack? Are they going to explain where it came from? Are they going to do a pre-recorded segment, or are they going to risk it all to do it in the ring? And have that many people in the ring is kind of tough. It goes into the NWO type feel, and that's never good because you got people just randomly looking around and stuff like that. I'd rather it be maybe show them at a restaurant or something sitting down and a pre-recorded segment so they can really hone in on the message they want to get and don't have to worry about the fans and stuff and things happening and timeouts and segments being missed. I'd really like to see a pre-recorded segment with them and kind of going over different things and hit on why Sammy's here, why Jericho's this, why is Jack this, LAX, everything. Really throw it into the mix of an analyzation of why they're together and what their mission's going to be. Are they here just to be thorns in the side of the Young Bucks and Cody and Kenny? Or is there a bigger plan? What's driving force behind it? Is there another leader? Is there a manager? What's the driving force? I'd like to see that addressed. And I'd like to see like a recap of what happened last week, because you're going to be getting new fans at AEW. Mention like, here's what happened last week, and you can really analyze different stuff and get the fans interested. And not only that, like I'd like to see some integrate into the mix some of the dark stuff that they're doing. The highlights of it, so it draws people over to there. Because there's probably a lot of people that don't know that's over there. So really draw that over there, and try to make those new stars that they're trying to make. And oh yeah, and last time I had mentioned like I didn't like Sammy's gear. It wasn't his gear in the ring; it was his entrance gear. I don't like the whatever he was wearing. It just didn't look good to me, like a panda or something like that. But it looked real Bush League, and they're supposed to be upper tier. So I'd like to see all these guys having like stellar gear, or just come to the ring and just trunks, boots, and get it on, rather than like a cutoff T-shirt or something like Cutler wore, things like that. So I'm excited the matches. I think it's going to be cool to see Moxley out there and how the crowd's going to take to it. Is it going to lead to Kenny Omega coming out? Is it going to lead to does this mean Moxley's possibly going to go? It was really weird because there's a lot going on with Moxley and Kenny and the Young Bucks. I mean, does that mean like Kenny's not with? Is he doing his own side thing? Is there something going on with Nyla? Like, what's the deal? Is Jericho and them going to come and interfere? Is Moxley going to get pissed about that and latch on with the Bucks and them? Like, what's going to go on? I just think I would have waited if I was running everything to put everybody in together right off the jump. I'd let the stars get established a little bit, then do that, because then you're not pigeonholing everybody into one group. And it's tough to make anybody really when you have like everybody in one group. So that's my take on it. But I think it'll be a good night and of wrestling for both companies. But I also want to know, like, how long is this tournament going to be? How long's the tag team tournament going to be? When's it going to? How far is it going to go? And like, it's also weird because like you didn't do a heavyweight tournament, but you're doing a tag team tournament. So like that was kind of weird to me. You'd figure you'd stay the same. And I didn't understand the one team getting a bye. I didn't understand that. There's like no rhyme or reason unless if they explained it, I don't know it. It just seems like there's a whole lot of pots on in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot to follow and figure out what's going on, and you know it's a lot going on there. So that's my only critique is I'm really not following why that happened and why there isn't just another tag team there. I mean, there's a lot of tag teams in the world. I'm sure they could have found another one, and I don't know the explanation of why that dark team got the bye. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think Drew versus Leo will be a good match. I'd like to see Drew just move to the main roster. I think he fits better there. I think he's a workhorse. I think he's that good. I think he would be perfect for Raw or SmackDown. I just think the guy's a workhorse. He's like kind of like a Dean Malenko to me. He's just he can go. He's got that presence about him. He's just a workhorse, a technician, and he's a great guy, so I'd like to see that. Plus, I think when you get Leo the cruiserweight belt, and if you're just going to leave it in on NXT, I think he's a perfect draw. And if they're just going to keep the 205 live, that's fine too. I just think Leo fits the mold better for what they're looking for the 205 live. Kushida versus Walter will be a good match. Could end in a schmaz. You know, with the faction and then some people coming with Kushida. I see that it looks like the Forgotten Sons are going to be there tonight, so that's one of the guys I trained, Steve Cutler. We'll see if Damian Priest comes out, another Monster Factory guy, one of our guys. See if he's out there tonight. See if Riddle's back. See if they talk about Riddle. That's another one of our guys. See if he talks about that. See if they bring him out. See if they have like some kind of confrontation with Adam Cole, you know, Ciampa, Riddle, and Finn. You know, maybe get a little something going on there, a little fatal 4-way or a tag team match or something. So I think it'll be a good night, and I think good night of wrestling. And I'm curious what they're going to start it with for the ratings. Is it going to be the generic promo in the ring? Because, you know, that's the thing that AEW says is, like, we're going to be different. So, like, are they going to go with, like, we turn on the TV and Jericho's there with this whole group in the ring? Or are they going to go right into wrestling? I mean, if you wanted to really keep people's attention, you go with Darby and Havoc, and you just let them light it up. Or you go with Moxley and Spears. I mean, I just think that right there gets it going. So I'm just curious, and I'm going to keep this one real short because it's just my thoughts on what I'd like to see tonight. I'd like to just see NXT keep doing what they're doing, keep on running smoothly. Like I said, they're seamless, plus they're introducing the new characters. I'd like to just see AEW do some recapping and tie in some new stars and kind of like packages of who is who. And just an introduction, man, like those old school, like, hey, I'm such and such, blah, 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 blah. Boom, 10 seconds right into the next segment. And then you just go, well, we'll see him next week, or we'll see her next week. So that's it, man. It's only been 10 minutes, just about. So they're my thoughts. Tomorrow, what I do is I rewatch them both. Tonight I'll watch them at the same time, and then tomorrow I'll watch one and I'll watch the other one. And I'll take notes and I'll give you my evaluation of how I thought. But what I'm hoping to see again is AEW really step up their game and show us why they said they're going to be different than any other place. And I think NXT knows their crowd. They knows their what works for them. And let's see them stick with that. And let's see everybody's ratings go up. I think it was $8.99, and then it was like 1,400,000 or something like that. So I look to see that more level out. I see them both getting over 1 million this week. I think there'll be more eyes on both of them. So, good luck to everybody. I like this Wednesday Night Wars thing. I think it's good. I think it's good for wrestling. And let's see how everybody does. And hopefully everybody has a good show and everybody's safe and sound. The only one that scares me is Darby Allin versus Havoc. Everybody else should be good to go. All right, guys, thank you for listening, and check it. Oh, yeah, so I'm on YouTube and on Podbean, so check both of those out. Comment below, say what you want, and I will be recording the episode 4 tomorrow. This was episode 3. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, I don't have fancy music. I don't have anything. Follow me on Instagram at Real Danny Cage, on Twitter, The Danny Cage, and on Facebook, The Danny Cage. Thank you guys. Be good and enjoy tonight. Bye.